On those Black Crowes tickets for you in about a half an hour. For people who've been hitting me up for those, send me a text if you like. 35192. Go to AlanCoxShow.com. Use the keyword karting if you want to join us on Saturday. It's finally coming, our inaugural Alan Cox Show High Voltage Indoor Karting Challenge. Each one of us with the go-kart team, and whoever has the best time trials is who's going to win this thing. Mary's on the road, so she's not with us. But I have my team, the Cox Rockets, Bill's team, the Cartiac Kids, and Poundcake's team, Squeals on Wheels. And we're heading out to High Voltage Karting in Medina on Saturday. It's from 4 to 6, and we're doing the event. If you want to have your own team, you want to come out and watch, you want to cheer somebody on, they have a huge complex out there. It's not just the go-karting. They got Foundry Social next door. So we're going to be playing other games, and we're going to be drinking and having fun on Saturday. And all the info, go to AlanCoxShow.com, use the keyword karting with a C or a K. It'll take you there. You have me on video?
Yeah.
Bengals are getting a little taste of what the Browns had a season ago. The Bengals remain winless. They are 0-10. And there's a guy there who said, I'm going to live on the roof until they win. And he's still living on the roof in a tent. And he's getting tired of being up there. He'd really like to come down. This news anchor is pretty foxy. The one that throws the story to the guy on the scene.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, this is Cincinnati.
Stop commenting on women's looks. How smart is she? Does she like to knit? I want to know about... I don't need to know about her foxiness.
Well, I assume she's very, very smart. I mean, it's not easy for a woman to get ahead in modern-day multimedia journalism. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking that as written.
Oh, okay.
You can infer from my comments that I've already placed her in the top 1% of intelligence. Beyond that, foxy. Mm-hmm. She's on TV, right? I can see what she looks like.
Right.
I can't see how smart she is, but I can see how cute she is.
It's a typical Sunday at Hog Rock Cafe. There's music, plenty of food.
This is at the Hog Rock Cafe that the guy lives on the roof of.
Food and, of course, football. But with another Bengals loss, Jeff Lanham will be spending at least another week camping out on his restaurant's roof.
It's crazy, I know. And I'm stuck in it, and I can't get out of it now. Like I'm stuck.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no way out.
It began jokingly as a bar bet.
My wife was ignoring me, and I'm like, I'll pull a wild man Walker.
If the Bengals, then 0-5, lose to the Arizona Cardinals, Lanham would sleep on the roof until they win. The Bengals, now 0-9, and Lanham is keeping his word.
By the way, once he reveals this is a thing he talked to his wife about, this guy's living the life now. Because he tells his wife, yeah, he tells his wife, hey, I'm going to go up there as long as they don't win. And she goes, fine, go up there. This guy owns the bar, right? This is his bar, so he's got a tent up there and whatnot.
It's a good publicity stunt. People want to come and see the man that lives on the roof.
The man that can't be moved.
And his wife's in their house. And he's up on the roof. He's like, oh, damn, honey, it's tough up here.
It's so boring, man. That's probably it. It's like you get bored to death. During the day, you can't do nothing, can't go nowhere. You just sit here.
That's why people don't live on the stupid roof.
Before
Make stupid
Sunday's
bets.
game against Baltimore, Lanham's wife and friends tailgate while Jeff watches from his tent.
Every Sunday.
Yeah, he's got an entertainment center.
Yeah.
He's got a fan in
Not
there.
Not exactly roughing it.
It's wintertime in Cincinnati, and he's so comfortable he has a fan.
Wintertime in Cincinnati.
Right?
Yeah.
It's still cold. I don't care. It's Ohio. No matter where you go.
I understand, but then why does he have a fan? To keep him cool.
Maybe it's blowing warm air.
It is a fan that blows warm air.
Yeah. Space heater.
It's not. You saw it. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
It's an oscillating fan.
Okay.
Like I know what a space heater looks like. Yeah, it's an oscillating fan. This guy is so hot from being away from his wife. He's all worked up. He's got a whole thing up there on the roof.
Big old batch waiting.
Maybe there's going to be an explosion up there, courtesy of this guy.
I feel like this.
There's
going to
be if the Bengals finally win. If they go, 1-15, Oh, this guy's going to be worked up.
Always
No.
said, I've never prayed to win a game just because I know there's far more important things to pray for. But the last couple of weeks I'm praying, please let us win. So
That your husband's a Buffidiot.
After a month, the tent is becoming home. He's got shelves of keepsakes, snacks, and a 50-inch TV. While he's got it all in this outdoor man cave, so to speak, he says one thing is missing.
I hate not being around my family. That's probably the worst part.
You don't have to do this. No one asked you to do this, dummy.
By the way,
You
they can come visit you, right?
Also,
They don't want to.
yeah.
They don't
Also,
want
you said you'd sleep on the roof. You didn't say you'd be
You
on
live
the
up
roof the whole time,
That's why
right?
I'm saying this guy wanted to be on
Of
the
course
roof.
he does. Oh, I miss my
I think
family.
this
You don't
portends
miss
some
your
issues
family, yeah.
between Mr. Lanham and the missus.
Not being around the family, stuff like that. But I'm gonna stick with my
Will you
word.
click
and
your updates out of there? Hit later.
Who, me?
Eventually,
Yeah.
they have to win.
And that could still be a few weeks, as the upcoming schedule isn't exactly kind for Cincinnati. In Milan,
Well, you don't like my updates up there in the corner of the screen?
I mean, it just doesn't look like the best.
Really?
Yeah.
People don't want to know what I need to update?
I'm sure he's like, oh, I can't go to the parent-teacher conference, honey. I have to stay on the roof.
That's
Remember?
what I'm saying.
He's
Yeah.
she has to do everything because, I said I was going to stay on the roof, so I got to stay on the roof.
Why do I still have to use the
Yeah.
toilet brush every time you want to go number 2?
Well, I know
You
your
still go
mom's
on there.
coming to town, but I said I was going to be on the roof, so I can't
Exactly.
see your mom. Don't get to see my mother-in-law. Of course I love my mother-in-law, but I made a bet. I said I'm going to stay on this roof until they win, so I got to stay on the roof. So I guess I just won't see your mom.
I
I
guess
made
you-
a bet one drunken night with a stranger at the bar, and I have to abide by that bet with that stranger, honey. I don't know how much more clear I can make it.
I guess we'll just have to eat these Popeye's chicken sandwiches all by ourselves down here, can't we?
It's all right. I got Uber Eats and just get them delivered.
Alan, how sure are we that he didn't cut a hole through his roof and he sneaks out every night? Hey, I told you about those stupid promotions I used to do early in
Yeah.
my career where we were allegedly in a giant tank all night. I'd get out every night, take off the wetsuit, and sleep in a bunk. This guy's sneaking down to his bar at night while the wife's asleep. Then who knows how close their house is? Yeah, what?
I feel like that would be illegal just for a business because it's not your house. That's like, I know it's your business, but it's also a public establishment, right?
But if he owns the building,
If he owns it, he can do
he can
it.
do whatever he wants.
I thought it would just be like a violation of something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's not building an apartment on the roof. I mean,
But you
he's
can live up there. Like you can't just have homeless people just sleeping in your backyard.
He's not homeless.
But
well,
I'm-
that's because you own the property. Other people can't sleep on in your backyard without your permission, but he's on the roof of his building.
Okay.
Like if I wanted to sleep on the roof of my house, I could do that.
I know that.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
I don't know. I just thought there were certain violations for like a business, and it's just unsightly to have like a tent and someone sleeping up there.
Yeah,
Well, it's
but this
Cincinnati,
guy's-
so they don't have the same rules.
He's got a man cave up there, and
They
like
think-
Bill said, it's good promotion for his business.
And they think chili and spaghetti go together, so they're not right in the head.
You and the chili and the
Oh,
spaghetti.
man, I hate it.
You are really upset
Yeah.
about that. That Skyline chili really gets on your nerves. You saw they put a Raisin Cane's out in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got one in
I still-
Lakewood now.
I still have never been.
It's good.
They have one in Lakewood?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
They took an old Perkins in Brooklyn and turned it into a Raisin
They
Cane's.
tore down a Bob Evans and built a brand new one.
All right.
Well,
Pretty good. It's
Well,
pretty good. I like their chicken.
That's a fast-growing chain, boy.
To think,
It's
like
just chicken tenders, yeah?
Yep.
Raising Cane's was like before Popeyes. Like that was just when the traffic was bad and people were waiting in line, just patiently taking their time. It's been like 2 hours, and now Popeyes is where everyone's getting stabbed, shot, and raped.
He's really sticking with the rape.
Yeah.
I'm
That
sure
people are
somewhere
getting. You're
there's
sure
a
of
lot
that.
of Popeyes.
You're sure that somebody is getting raped for their chicken
But
sandwich.
I'm not for their chicken sandwiches. Just the rapists just happen to be in line, and they're gonna jack you. They're gonna steal your sandwich, and they're probably gonna rape you.
Wait, you're going to get raped in line, and no one stops. Okay, explain this to
I'm
me.
just saying there are rapists in
right
line.
there, right.
So-
There's chance that there is probably a convicted rapist in line for
Somewhere.
a chicken sandwich.
So when you go up to buy your chicken sandwich, you leave, you walk out, and it may be a dark and stormy night. You're walking through an alley, and then the guy from the line, like, hey, I remember you. You got your chicken sandwich, and you get raped.
Is that how they would do
Wait,
it?
so rather than somebody, because Popeyes They're not always in awesome neighborhoods, but
They're
usually
never in awesome neighborhoods.
okay,
Ever.
I was trying to be nice, diplomatic. But mostly there's parking lots, and people aren't walking through dark alleys to get back to their home. Okay.
I said somewhere.
Well, I certainly hope you're wrong. I certainly hope that with all of the other negative publicity that Popeyes has gotten over this delicious chicken sandwich, now that we can all confirm as of yesterday, that boy, rape is not involved in this. That would just be a dark spot on the whole record of this promotion. Alan, I just put some leftover chili over spaghetti yesterday for lunch, and it was delicious.
No, it wasn't.
And Steve in Canton.
It was not.
All right, well, Bill doesn't believe you.
Maybe yours was, but if it's their Skyline chili in their overly wet spaghetti, it's so wet.
Overly wet. They don't drain it properly?
I don't know. It's always...
What, do they take it from pot into bowl? You got to strain that stuff.
I understand.
Overly
I know that.
wet.
I know that. They, for whatever reason, don't seem to know that.
I've never been, so you're not making me want to go.
I want to try it. I've never had it, and I want to try it.
I think they're bringing it back to Brooklyn.
Yeah, they are, up the road.
They closed it, and then they're bringing one back.
Yep.
So you'll be able to try it soon enough.
All right.
Not my cup of tea.
That shows you the popularity of it. They go, oh, no. We didn't shut down because we're unpopular. We shut down because the demand outstripped the supply, and we're going to a bigger building. Take that, Cleveland. Yeah, but is there Cleveland chili? I mean, at least, whatever you think of Skyline chili, it's Cincinnati's thing.
Right.
We got melt here, I think.
No. I mean, is there a Cleveland dish that's like claim to fame? I can't think of one. I've been here almost 10 years, and I don't think... If you go to another city, you go, hey, can you make me Cleveland spaghetti? I don't recall that being a thing.
Cleveland spaghetti.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless it's
the
just...
Cleveland steamer.
I'm not going to ask someone to make me a Cleveland steamer in a sub shop. Hey, could you make me a Cleveland steamer? Yeah, let me finish my lunch first. I'll meet you around back. In the alley.
In the alley,
Hope there's no
yes.
chicken sandwich
Yeah,
rapists
right.
back there. Anyway, I told you about Fartgate. If you haven't been
Yes.
following Fartgate, if you've been watching any of the impeachment hearings, and by the way, why don't they call them congressional seeings instead of congressional hearings? I mean, you're sitting there looking right now. They got this Vindman guy, right? This lieutenant colonel. He's an Iraq war vet. And he's offering
Obviously a liar.
damning testimony. Well, but that's the thing, though. The big, forever, and I don't know how they've gotten away with it, but the big Republican lie for decades is that they support the troops. They've never cared about veterans. They've used it to weaponize patriotism, but they've smeared vets for decades. They smeared JFK. They smeared McGovern. They smeared John McCain. They smeared John Kerry, who is a Vietnam vet. Bob Mueller, Vietnam vet. Republicans will smear these guys left and right. So I never understood why they got the whole, like, rah, support the troops thing, because it's never been backed up by facts. And they're doing the same thing to this Vindman guy. He's, like, worried about his safety, he said, that he and his family might need to go somewhere to a military base for security while he's in the midst of this.
Ain't that amazing that he served in Iraq and Afghanistan, and then he comes back here and he's afraid for his
And
safety?
now he's afraid of his safety?
He took a
Yeah.
bullet, not physically, but I'm sure he dodged a bullet and was in harm's way over there. And he was like, just a part of another day on the job. Here, he's fearing for his safety.
I mean, when John Kerry ran against George Bush, Republicans were smearing him left and right. They mocked his Purple Heart. I mean, so anyway, but Fartgate.
Are you saying there's not consistency in politics?
No, I'm saying that I'm not sure how Republicans ever got the stereotype of being for the troops. Because given the chance, they never are. They'll cut veterans' benefits. I mean, anyway, Fartgate happened on Hardball on MSNBC. Chris Matthews was talking to Eric Swalwell, who ran for president for a hot minute when I think he thought he was having his spotlight on the Democratic side. But he's on the Judiciary Committee or something. He's one of the guys that gets a lot of face time during the impeachment trials. And he farted. And now Fartgate came from, you see the hashtag Fartgate on social media today. People assumed it was Chris Matthews. The guy's 73. Might let one slip.
He might let one slide out.
So he's in the studio, and he's talking to Eric Swalwell, who's out in the proscenium there, at Capitol Hill, I assume. And it is very clearly a huge fart. Now, MSNBC...
and huge fart, huh?
Well, you'll hear it, but
Yeah,
the
I'm
funny
excited.
thing is that all of the appropriate social media accounts have had to post, Hardball said, I didn't fart. MSNBC, Chris Matthews did not fart. Eric Swalwell posts, I did not fart.
Someone farted.
Somebody said, it was Chris Matthews was sliding a mug across his desk. It doesn't sound like a mug sliding across the desk to me.
The evidence is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election. And the complaint that I've heard from...
All right, that's a fart, right?
No, I actually
It's
think...
not?
I think it's a mug sliding. It's a little too hard to be a fart.
And well-timed. It's
Yeah.
almost like he stops, cuts. I mean, that's a...
Let
I
me
think
hear it again.
I think it's a boss
Listen,
move, actually.
Listen, I want
He
it to be a
knows.
fart. If there's any person that wants this to be a fart, it is me.
Yeah, me too.
But I do not think it's a
Yeah,
fart.
play
Okay.
it again.
On first...
The evidence is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election. And the complaint that I've...
I like how he started helping cheat, burp, an election.
That's if that is a fart, it's a big meaty fart. But I don't think that that's a fart either.
I mean, I
I
love...
want it to be a fart. In my heart of hearts, I want it to be a fart.
It's
But it's not a fart.
I like he who swallowed it, dealt it. I mean, in the midst of all this other uber serious stuff, I'm just glad that this is in the middle of it,
Oh, right.
This is the kind of distraction that I can handle.
I did not fart.
Oh, yeah, they've all been, let's grow up. Chris Matthews did not fart.
No one would blame him if he did. I mean, it's everyone's really nervous. Like it's.
I had
a
no idea that
serious
Chris
time.
Matthews, by the way, was as old as he is. Because he's blonde and he's been around a long time. He, looks youngish. This guy's like 74. He's older than Trump. 74 years old, I think.
The evidence is uncontradicted that the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election. And
Anyway, Fartgate is all over social media today with all of the principals involved
Fartgate.
swearing that they did not dealt it.
That is torture, though. Like, if you're in that room and someone just laid a heater and everyone has to smell it.
No,
like,
but also imagine...
that's the type of fart that makes you poop your pants. Like, you have to check yourself.
Imagine
after
if it wasn't a fart. And
That's
this
what I'm
guy
saying.
now
I don't think it was.
This is attached to him, and he's like, guys, I'm
people
on
are learning-
television talking about the impeachment of the president of the United States.
People are learning his name through this. I didn't know who he was, but now I do because of the fart.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a fart. I don't believe it's a fart.
Okay.
And it saddens me. I want to believe that it's
I know
a
you
fart.
want it very much to be a fart.
But I got to
understand.
be honest.
I understand.
I'm an honest person.
I understand. Okay, let me break. Those Black Crowes tickets waiting for you on the other side here. The Robinson brothers have kissed and made up, and so the band's going on tour next summer. They're going to play Blossom in August, and I'll hook you up after the break. 35192 if you want to text.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7